production. How long have you been in production? I think from what I've seen on your Insta, you're a Logic guy. Is that right?
I've literally just changed 2 weeks ago.
From what?
I've just started learning FL20.
Bruh, Riggs,
Yeah,
I heard it's quite beautiful still.
bro. It's what's the main difference for me? The greatest difference is the drums, bro. Like the drums in FL, they just slap differently. They just slap. So what I've been doing is I've actually been making the music in Logic with all the instruments, and then I take the music out of Logic, I throw it into FL, and then I add my drums in FL, basically.
My brother, you ain't playing about, man. That is proper.
Yeah.
And good news, we got the video thing running, man, for
Ah,
51
sick.
seconds, which is all right.
What up, people?
Yeah. So this is the most amazing bottom on my humble show in Dagenham, where the EDL English Defence League want to kill me off, man.
No, we're good. That will never happen, and we're good. Don't worry.
Bro,
You got brothers, bro. You got brothers. You got brothers you don't even know you got, man. Let me just say that.
respect my brother, man. Respect, man. Do you know something? I've had to chin two people, right? I'm 41 years old,
I hear
right?
you.
Since lockdown one, because the level of racism went up. They must have thought, you know what I mean? The way people were behaving. So,
They were stressed out, bro. They're really stressed out, and they're taking it out on like illogical things such as this very strange thing to do.
bruv. But how has lockdowns, like, you know, I know we're out of them, but I've got a funny feeling we're going to end up back in another one, right? But how has it
I
been for
wouldn't
you?
be surprised. It's you know what, bro. For me, it's been a mixture of bad and really good, to be honest with you, yeah? Because the really good is, bro, I feel like we all had to just look at ourselves. We had time to just go, who am I? What am I doing? Where am I in my life? Because when you're just stuck at home and you're either working from home, or I work from home anyway, so that part didn't change for me.
Yeah.
My studio's in my house, I work here. So I've always been used to that, but the sessions just dropped significantly. We weren't so happy about having people around. You don't know where people have been, etc., etc. This is way
Yeah.
before vaccination or anything, and then we're not allowed half the time anyway. So I've got a lot of stuff done. It's been positive. It's forced me to have like a look at my life and see what I really want, and that's it, bro. Half positive, half negative, I guess. Like, didn't get to see a lot of family. That sucked.
Yeah. I can imagine, man. That part ain't good. Not
No,
being able to see family. Like, but the thing is,
no.
where are you based, my dear bro?
I'm not that far from you, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not.
East London.
Yeah, I'm not far from you, bro.
Boy, Daggers, near Daggers.
A bit further out still, but not far from you. Yeah.
So your ends are more posher than my ends, yeah?
I'm not gonna say that at all, but yeah, I'm in your vicinity. Let's just say that I'm around you, bro. I'm around you.
Respect, bro, man. Respect,
Yeah.
man.
Not far at all.
That's cool, man. That's cool. Salute. So
Yeah.
at some point we'll hook up in person, then, man. That's
We
all
we
right.
def we definitely will. I had no idea you was there. Like you can come to studio down there. I'll come visit you. Whatever, man. We're good.
We got like a little studio thing going on over.
Sick. Let's get it on, bro. Let's do something. It'd be great. It'd be fun.
Yeah, of course, bro. Do you know regarding studio then? So what was your first acquisition to build your studio? Because you look all proper kitted out, man. Man ain't playing
No,
about.
it's not, bro. It's a spare room. Like it's a spare room. It's just a spare room. But what we've done is like we've treat like the soundproofing. I've done it like properly, as in like it's been like kind of mathematically worked out. So it's nicely soundproofed, as nicely as you're gonna get for a normal room. It's still not a purpose-built studio, you know. It's just a treated room, but it does what I need it to do.
Nah, brother, it's cool, but for the fact that you've actually put those corner sort of bass trap things in there as well, that's
Yeah, I mean,
that's
we got them everywhere.
wow,
Yeah. And
wow,
ceiling as well at the back.
wow,
Yeah, I mean they're this side too.
wow.
Yeah, so yeah.
Wow.
I honestly, at the moment, I still don't actually have enough. I need a little bit. I just need a bit more. I'm gonna buy some more and stick it up. So what we do is as opposed to putting the foam on the wall, we buy panels. Like they're almost like, I don't know how to. They look like this basically.
Oh wow. Okay.
And then I spray glue the foam to the panels.
100 beta.
Yeah, and then we just work out where we want to put them. They're just called reflection points. So wherever your speakers are pointing, the sound's going to bounce off the wall. So you just figure out where those are you do it with mirrors. It's kind of weird, and then you just put them wherever.
My dear bro, man, yo, have you read that book by Mike Senior, Mixing Secrets for the Small Studio version 2?
No, but you definitely bust me, and I need to read it.
No, it's all right, man.
I was like, "Whoa, okay, I need that straight away."
No, bruv. Like, I think you're already on it. You're already on it as it is, man. So I remember it's what you said about the reflection points. Because we used
Yeah.
to literally use like a laser pen, right, stuff like that from the
Yeah, yeah,
speakers
yeah,
and that.
yeah. That's great as well. Yeah, that's great. And I have a sub as well, and the sub you set up with like a mixture of pink and white noise and decibel meters. It's insanity, bro. Like I think to do this stuff, you've got to be like interested at least. Because if you're not interested, you're gonna see these charts with these numbers, and you're just gonna be like, okay, forget this.
Bro, you are talking my language, man. So literally, it's gonna be pink noise, white noise, and there's also calculating nodes and anti-nodes as well.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
You know, bro. You know the nose. You know the nose. Yeah.
Well, I am getting on a bit, man, but it's just it's my passion, and I think that's maybe why I'm doing well with this show, especially regarding interviewing like amazing, producers and artists like yourself. So, what would you call yourself first, though, bruv? Would you call yourself a rapper? Would you call yourself a producer
It
first?
change, bro. Honestly, it changes every week. At the moment, if you ask me, at the moment, I'm working with a particular artist a lot. So at the moment, my hat is this producing at the moment. I've not really been a rapper for like let's say for a month. I haven't really been a rapper. I don't think. I've just been a producer. But once this is finished, I'll be going back to the rapping again.
Boy, what needs do? What more needs doing in the room then?
Um, I just need some more in the room. I just need more foam because when you're recording in it, it's sometimes like your voice, you can still detect a tiny bit of like bounce back off the walls on the vocals sometimes. It's infinitesimal. Like, I don't think the average person is going to be able to hear it, but it winds me up. So I'm just going to try and fix those little.
Whoa. But then, like, is it going to be like a vocal booth or is it going to be a mix room?
It's kind of both at the same time.
Salute.
Yeah, I don't actually don't have a booth because I kind of bro, to do hip hop you don't need a booth, man.
Cool.
You don't need a booth. As long as you've got a soundproof room, like when I work with artists, they're standing next to me here. And the only catch is that you can't have someone else in the room making noise. Because that's gonna come through the mic. And when it's just two of you, it's perfect, man.
Of course, bro. It would be, man. But what about how do you handle? Would you use like a SE reflection filter sort of thing?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. SE as well. Exactly. I don't know if you can see it right there.
Oh, go on.
Yeah.
I got the old one, man, from 20 years ago. I got the old one.
It's the SE, yeah. No, and that helps. That definitely helps a lot. The SE helps a lot, and that's it, bro. And you know what? After that, if you're a decent engineer, like they're called gates, noise gates, you can get rid of a whole bunch of stuff. So I'll get rid of stuff with gates, and which works for rap vocals because you want them to be you want them to be like, I don't know how to explain it, like percussive. You want the vocal to be percussive, so the gate works.
Bro. I got like an old tip here regarding the SE filter.
Yeah.
If you're not happy, bro, like with the amount of deadening it's doing, right? Get like 2 small foam pads, right? Get 2 big elastic bands and just add to the V, add to the curve.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've got spare foam pads. I'm not even gonna. That's a thing. I'm not gonna lie. That may actually help, bro. Anyway, I'm glad I came.
No, it's all right, man. It's proper Conjuice Punjabisms, man, over happening.
Trust me.
But then again, right, if you think about it, some of the greatest tracks, right, they've been recorded using some of the most unusual techniques. Like, I think I heard one of a mainstream band where they actually recorded the vocal, something to do with the fan, that an oscillating fan, and the vocal.
Wow.
Then that's some crazy stuff, man.
I've got a crazy story that this engineer told me, like in this really big studio years ago. But it's about Bob Marley.
Oh, respect.
You know, there's in I Shot the Sheriff.
Yeah.
There's a part where he goes, "If I'm guilty, I will pay."
Yeah.
Right. Do you know why they had the delay in there?
No.
It's incredible. The story's amazing, right? So they did a session and then they went to have lunch. So the Wailers and Bob Marley, they broke off for lunch. They leave the studio, and in those days, it's like cutting tape. So the engineer's like, now he's got to come and sit down with scissors and cut the tape, yeah? bro, the engineer was bunning a spliff, and the cherry of the spliff dropped on the tape.
Oh, no way.
And it burnt that part of tape, right? And they're all out of the studio, and he's just sitting there like, okay, I'm gonna lose my job. Like, I'm finished. As soon as this is Bob Marley, as soon as they come back, like, I'm done. Like, they're gonna kick me out. They might beat me up. I don't know what's gonna happen, because these guys were no joke, right? So anyway, so he goes, I had this idea to use like a tape delay, and I thought I'll just tape delay the bit and just remove the beat, basically, and that's why we have that part in that song.
Oh my God, that is a story, man.
That's incredible. I mean, that story is nothing to do with me, but I love that story. I think that's like an engineer's dream story right there. Like,
bruv, you've done it, man. That is actually sick. I'll hit you with another Bob Marley one then, man.
Go on.
All right. I think it was it Chris Blackwell?
Yep.
Yeah. For Bob Marley and then Tough Gong, they came along, and he literally said that they were tough guys in the way they were.
Yeah.
They were pretty serious in terms of
serious dudes. Yeah.
In terms of business. So, but what Blackwell was into, he was into projecting sound from a very large speaker across a still lake, hitting a wall or something, and catching it back. So he was into ambient sort of, what do you call it, a convolution sort of reverb.
That is mad.
It's mad. He's got
like,
money.
I've never thought of something like that, but now, like, you're saying it, I'm like, I've got to try this. I've got to do something like this.
Exactly.
What? The River Thames is right there, G. I might just go and do it on a flat River Thames day, like.
Yo, bruv, yeah, projecting the sound and capturing it on the other side of the bounce back, man. It's something to do with the
bouncing over the water, right?
Yeah.
Wow, that's something else. No, that's just a whole different level of, like, that's just crazy. That's crazy.
I guess I love learning stuff like this. There's a great book by Preston Nichols. Now, what Preston did in his day, he basically built the studio for Phil Spector.
Wow.
He built Spector's studio. He also built Jimmy's Hendrix's bass amp. He modified it so much, he rebuilt the thing. But he's also involved in an MK Ultra, which was subliminal mind programming.
Yeah, I know about that, man. I'm into all this stuff, bro. I'm into this stuff. Yeah, that's crazy.
Exactly, man. But check this one. He said on the film set of Star Wars, yeah? I know we're going off on one, right? But this is my show.
Bro, go to Star Wars, bro. I'm the biggest Star Wars fan in the world, bro. Go to Star Wars. Like, I'm good to just talk about Star Wars if that's what you want to do, bro. We can throw the music out. I don't mind. No, honestly, I still want to talk about music because I'm doing like a lot of stuff that I want to say about later. But like Star Wars, if you want to cancel, we can do Star Wars. I'm good with Star Wars, bro. I'm great.
Oh my God. All right, check this one. Prepare, bro, to have your mind blown on this one, because this one I thought is batshit, this story, but I thought about it. Check this. George Lucas commissioned Preston Nichols to come and work on the set of Star Wars as a sound guy. Obviously, when Nichols arrived there, some of the local, some of the in-house people were trying to mess with him, pour water over him when he's sleeping, and the rest of the actors trying to mess with him. Lucas fired some of the people. But what happened was, though, as they were recording the video to tape, Lucas had two psychics near the camera, and Preston trying to work out why the hell has my man got two psychics near the camera, because he goes that the actual analog videotape was picking up and recording the gamma waves from the minds of the psychics. I swear to God, imprinting it onto tape. Can you believe that? Saying, go to the cinema, watch this film again and again and again and again and again. What do you make of that?
I love it. Do you think it works? Or do you think Star Wars is just really good?
Well, if you look up there, bro, we got an analog tape machine over there, and if you've got a few analog...
Have you got two psychics standing on each side of you? I can't see.
It's the day off, man. I think the universal credit wouldn't cover the payment. But...
Unbelievable. But, bro, if it worked, then listen, I mean, I've watched it probably at least 1,000 times in my lifetime. So
exactly. But then you never know what's happening. Within music. So he also worked with the Stones, the Beatles, I do a lot of reading, man. I think is it part of getting old? I don't know. I'm not sure, but
I don't think you ain't that old yet, bro.
I
I feel like you're just trying it. Like it's not
yeah, I'm
that old,
trying
bro.
it. I'm
Yeah,
trying
it's
it.
not that old. I think you just want to be one of those old Punjabi, like I am Puttana. Yeah, I think you want to be one of them. Like, get me a glass of water, guys. You're good, man. You're young. You're spring chicken, G.
Thank you, my bro. Do you know what I wanted to do though for when I turned 40, right? I wanted a
Yeah.
beard like your beard because I think your beard's beautiful.
Oh man, this thing is honestly, my barber is out, bro. I look like a mess. But you know what? Sick in it, so it's fine. I don't mind.
Exactly. But what I'm trying to say, like we were saying it earlier on the phone, regarding the story of Samson and Delilah and the hair, and then we take it further. We'll go to the Vril Society, Maria Orsic,
Hmm.
how Adolf Hitler recruited the women with long hair as
Hmm.
psychics as well.
Yeah,
So
bro. I grew my hair. It's been now growing. I think I'm gonna say 7 or 8 years. Like my hair, like this hair is like down here now. It's like
beautiful,
up
beautiful.
to about, bro. And I swear to you, oh my god, I want to sound like one of these like internet like woo people, bro. Whether it's just like a little bit of benefit of a few years or what, like my awareness is up, man, and I think it's something to do with that. It like especially this maybe even more so than this
Yes.
thing is a different antenna, man. Like you can almost sense bad situations, like you can almost sense like weird things, but that could be in my head, it might not be, but I think there's something in it personally.
Well, let's expand on that. Like, I think there was an old experiment conducted a long time ago which spoke about how the Native American Indians had their head shaved and they couldn't detect the invaders. And
I believe it, man. There's something in it. Like there's some other. I mean, look, like it sounds. I know this, but dogs and cats they have whiskers.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
there's a reason. Like there's a reason for it, man. And we have like, bro. If someone says to me that these aren't whiskers, like look at that. How is that not
Wow,
whiskers?
beautiful. It's beautiful.
It's whiskers, man. And I'm telling you, you get you like even in the weather. Like I know like when it's gonna rain and stuff because it changes.
Beautiful.
Like
Beautiful.
it'll go like super soft sometimes it will be like really brittle, and you'll think, oh, it's because I'm not taking, it's not, it's like if it gets humid it will go really dry, and you'll be like, okay, like there might be a thunderstorm coming, it will go like staticky, like it'll come out. It's just mad, man. It's crazy.
Bruv. There's an old book. It's by Singh called The Ten Masters, and it'll
I've
teach
heard of
you.
that book.
Trust me, mate. It'll
I've not
teach
read
you
it.
about how Guru Nanak and how he come up against spiritual wickedness, and how he went up against Godda Shah the cannibal, how he
Mm.
went up against no sorry Godda Rakshas and Noor Shah. She used magic on people, but basically, I feel the power is
In the wild.
in the ball, man.
In the wild.
Yeah, that's what it is saying. What I'm trying to get at, right, is I need to sort myself out, man. I need to sort myself out. I literally need to get on it. 'Cause I'm studying Sanskrit at the moment, right, and
Amazing.
I'm finding it difficult. Though, but I'm using A.M. Rappel's book, which is somewhere over there in the bookshelf. And
Right.
beware of people which have a TV bigger than the bookshelf.
I wish we had the air horn. I would have pip pew, pip pew.
Oi,
I'm happy. My TV is small. I'm not gonna lie. We've got a small TV. I ain't into the big TV thing, to be honest with you.
respect, man. But then you're a hardcore studio guy. Oi, so what's your next studio acquisition, bro?
Acquisition.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna flex. Yeah. Right now, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. I got this mic called a Slate Digital, a VMS. Yeah.
No, you got it.
Yeah. I've had it for like 3 years.
Yeah, well, how is it?
It's absolutely amazing. It's incredible.
It models other mics and that, yeah?
Yeah. I use the C800 all the time. It's like
That's
it's
a 10
my
grand
hack
mic,
to
yeah.
using the C800, because otherwise you're paying like 20 grand for a C800. So, and that was like when I bought. Obviously, it's gone down a bit now. It's about 800 quid now, the mic. But when I got it, it was like a grand and a bit. And it's one of the best purchases ever, man. Like the mic, and I use that with the actual Slate, with the Slate plugins.
Yeah.
And they're phenomenal. Like they've got the 1073 preamps, 1073 EQs. I use them a lot on rap, like, and actually, like, when I'm recording artists now, my vocal chain is really simple. I've gone to like a really simple, like it's like as the years have gone, I've like removed so much
Wow.
because the quality of the plugins is so much better, and the information that the mic is getting now, because it's so, this is so, it's, you can hear everything. It's wild. Like it's here, and if a car pulls up outside, like I've got to re-record it sometimes because you can hear the car with the windows shut, with the soundproofing in front of the window. Like it's
Boy.
extremely, it's really sensitive. So, and that's just max information. So you're getting more information, getting processed by more power. So it's just better sound. So that's really it. Like I don't really have, the next thing for me will be actual outboard, proper outboard preamps.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Wait, what are you
Yeah.
looking at? What are you looking at for outboard pre's?
Either like APIs, either like an API lunchbox
Yeah.
or an Avalon, something like that. Just something, or even like a CL1B compressor to use as a preamp. Anything like, see what I learned was the biggest thing was getting electricity into the signal.
Yeah. Yes, it
Because
is.
a lot
Yeah.
of the time, like obviously, like, oh my god, I'm giving away hacks, but basically, yeah, a lot of the time now in the modern era of recording, they want
Yeah.
you to buy a laptop, they want you to buy an interface, and then you'll plug your mic into your interface. The interface will get, and that's how your mic signal goes in. You have good preamps, like I've got Apogee Duet, and they've got ADDA converters. They're phenomenal. They're really good. Like they're really good.
I got the
Yeah,
old one.
right. Okay. So cool. Yeah. So I've got the two. I've got the one just after that, basically. Right.
Yeah.
So and now I still use the interface because the mic has to get into the computer somehow, right?
Yeah.
But the duet preamps are turned off. I've turned them off from the software, so they're turned off. So I don't use them anymore. It's just the way to route the signal in,
Whoa,
basically.
whoa, 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 whoa. I want to know why you've turned off those duet preamps because they are based around the PGA 2500 chip.
Yeah, I know, but now I've got an electricity powered preamp with a C800 simulation coming through, and I just don't need it anymore because I'm using a 1073.
Oh man, oh man, man,
So
man.
I'm using like a 1070, like a model 1073 with an electric preamp with a valve preamp.
Bruv, bruv,
So
that is
you're getting
beautiful.
signal injected, like you're getting electric jet, and it's just changed everything, man.
Well, there is the old, there is that old formula which basically says for every volt of DC you've got coming into your audio circuit is equates to headroom. So should you have, so your duet is obviously going to be limited because it runs on the firewire of the thing. So I'm not sure how many volts it'll be getting. Could it
No,
be
because
five?
I use mine. It has to be used with power.
Oh, you're lucky because the
Yeah.
version one was literally run by the firewire. But what
Yeah,
I've
bro, it
gone,
won't work. Like it since okay, it was fine actually without power until Big Sur.
yeah, yeah.
And then Big Sur changed everything. Big Sur was like, you can't use it Apogee. It was like my Apogee was just disconnecting, connecting, disconnecting, connecting, disconnecting, connecting, like constantly. And then I was like, what is this doing? And I was like, oh, there's a power supply for the duet. It was like a whim thing. Or no, my girl told me, put the power supply in. Try and put the power supply in. I plugged the power supply in and it's fine.
Listen to your girl. That's the lesson,
Yeah.
man.
She's a DJ, bro. She knows everything. She's better at cables than I am. I don't know what I'm doing. Like as soon as I'm in the program, that's my forte. Like inside, wiring up, and that's her, man. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yo, bruv, you are blessed to have a decent partner who supports you in what you do. Who's got the knowledge, man.
Yeah.
That's
But
important.
yeah, no, it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing for sure.
Okay, so on the conversation of power, it's something which is regularly overlooked
Yeah.
in studios. I mean, are you conditioning that power? I mean, has it gone through a conditioner or?
No, not that
No,
complicated yet.
no. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's fine. But remember what I said about the every
The
volt
vault, bro. That's stuck in my brain. Trust me.
volts to headroom. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and do a lot of reading about that because that means well, I know you know what you're talking about. That means a lot, man. Like if
Especially on the
I'm,
mix.
I'm gonna get a generator and just stick it outside and just get 1,000 volts in there, maximum headroom. Just like keep going, just keep going.
And that what I'll do, let me try and throw a hack your way, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. You ready for this?
Yep.
All right. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Okay, see that?
Yeah.
Can you see that over there? That is a linear custom hand-built power supply.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So that's like 300 quid worth, but anything that would normally run on a wall wart sort of thing,
Yeah.
runs now through that. You have a transformer just sitting there, not doing anything. Basically, it's got, let's say you got loads of headroom on a transformer in terms of current.
Yeah.
Let's say this drum machine is an analog drum machine. The drum root impact over here is going to be pulling 0.37 of an amp in terms of current. Yeah, where that actual transformer, which is a toroidal, is capable of giving me. This one's giving me 5 amps. Right, you've got over 4.5 amps of just spare headroom just sitting there.
Wow.
And that actually affects sound quality. And I picked that up from a company called PS Audio, which builds hi-fi, really like high-end audio equipment. To watch one of the interviews with them, and I picked it up and I thought about it. I thought, let's upgrade the power supplies for all stuff. And it's been expensive.
Incredible. Has it? What's the benefits? Have you had benefits from it? Yeah?
Bruv, the sound.
I need to come to yours.
You do. You're welcome. You need to have Saag bring it over here, brought here.
Don't, mate. Listen, don't. I'll be round in like 20 minutes. Don't start. Just don't start. Seriously, it's Saturday morning, man. In fact, when this is done, I'm making masala char. I've had enough. I'm making masala char.
You're done, bro.
I've got artists staying with me right now. We do like 3-4 day sessions every week because we're trying to finish his mixtape. So he's about to get the Indian tea. He doesn't even know.
Oh, he's gonna love it, man. He's gonna love it, man. But put it this way, bro. Like how it started for me, yeah. I was thinking about it. I thought I got an old EMU 1820M sound card, right? This is from back in the PC days since 2004. Like, I
remember EMU still.
Yeah, EMU's sick, man. Like they've always been ahead of their curve. But what it is, I think when they imploded, a lot of the actual employees from EMU walked across the road and went straight over to Universal Audio. Yeah. Yeah.
What? So wait, so is UAD the modern EMU? Is that what you're telling me?
I don't know, but it seems to be that they've always been around. But it's funny how many of their engineers and techs went straight over to UA, which I found was very interesting.
Bro. That's amazing. Yeah, that's incredible.
It is, because they had DSP on board, even though it was limited to 48K. But what I realised was it's pulling the power from the internal power supply of the computer, right? So I figured if I can hack it to the linear and use certain connections or picked up from eBay for a couple of quid and run that wire straight into that sound card, right? So the sound card's powered by the linear PSU. With the great converters in there anyway, it's made it even more gangster. So it's like giving more headroom. And there's also a thing called footroom as well, isn't there? Yeah, which is nuts.
Which is actually that's the main difference between Logic and FL.
Go on, dude. Expand on it, man.
The footroom in FL is like an elephant foot in comparison to Logic's tap dancing shoes, basically.
Whoa! So you're talking about the low end, yeah?
Yeah, the low end is just absolutely like you can abuse it. The distortion is you can just absolutely push it to like the end, and it will just be like, yeah, carry on, and you're just like, what? And Logic is like, you go plus 4 dB out of the master, and it's just like click, like, shut up, stop this, and I'm like 18 limiters to bring it back down.
Oh man. So what would you say are your favorite limiters? Talking about limiters.
At the moment, I'm just obsessed. I'm basically just obsessed with that Waves L1 limiter, man. I just love it. I just love it. There's just so much you can do with it, and it's like got 3 controls. There's just so much you can do. It's ridiculous. Like the character thing's my favorite. Like the character, that's just incredible. Like it's like you can hear everything in 3D as you're going up the scale, and you're like, transparent, too transparent, bring it down. It's nice. Yeah. So that, and then I also use the vintage limiter in Isotope 7 a lot.
Bro, you must have a powerful computer, man.
Yeah, and I use you know what, my master at the moment is mostly a Slate Infinity EQ.
Yeah.
That into an L1, and then maybe a bit of vintage at the end.
Bro, you ain't playing about, man. Have you over here like to I don't get much time to do any mixing or any audio work, to be honest, right? I think the last project I worked on was for Rosala. That was a lot of pressure, and I think I was really down at the time as well. Yeah. Because of radio work, I don't get to do anything. Because of the limiting side of things, we literally run the radio show through a BX Brainworks' townhouse. thing. I think that's quite good.
They're brilliant because radio is always high density limiters and high density compressors, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
And
That's
they're the
right.
best. And I tell you why they're the best, bro. Every time I've ever been radio to do a freestyle, when your voice goes through them high density compressors, it's like you're like I'm on radio, like
Yo, you are sick, man.
it's the gas feeling because it's so saturated. You're just like, yeah, I'm here, and then you just want to abuse the mic. Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Do you know what it was like? Do you know before you committed your money, right, to the Slate mic, right?
Yeah.
Were you like, did you have a friend who had that mic beforehand, or did you get to trial it?
Yes. No, I was in America in like 2016 at my friend's studio, and his engineer was like, we were in the mic cupboard. His studio is huge, basically. It's like a really expensive place, and he's got all the actual vintage mics in the cupboard. So I was like in there just nerding. I was just there nerding out with the engineers. This guy called Jose, and Jose's like, he's like, this is all cool, but he's like, guess like what I've been using, and I was like, what? He goes, have you heard of a Slate VMS? And I was like, nah, VMR, whatever it's called. I was like, nah, and he's like, bro, when you go back to England, just buy it straight away. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, bro, just go back and buy it. Trust me. He's like, he'd just finished mixing Rick Ross and Keisha Cole, yeah. And the Rick Ross and Keisha Cole, the whole joint was recorded on the Slate, everything.
Whoa.
And he's like, the engineers, like, they're sending it to people like, I don't know who mixed that particular song, but the engineers they're dealing with are like Jason Joshua, people like, they're huge engineers, like the biggest engineers in the world, yeah. And he's like, these guys are struggling to tell the difference, truth.
Why?
Like people like that are like, he's like, they're blindfold testing them. And you can even go on YouTube, you can see there's a lot of blindfold tests on YouTube. And if you plug in your Apogee and you listen in those headphones, you can do the test yourself. You can hear the side by side, bro. It's like, it's uncanny. Like, it's not exactly the same, but how are we going to do exactly the same? It's basically like 98%. It's easily good enough, like easily good. I would recommend it to anyone. And then I just found out that my brethren were recording in tape in London the other day in the tape studio.
Wow. Okay.
And
that's
they're using the Slate in there, bro.
Oh my god. So but you've been on this for like 3 years?
Yeah, 3 years. It's taken 3 years to beat the mic up to make it sound nice as well. Because when they come, you know how equipment is, right? Yeah. At the beginning, it was very like the signal was very flat, and it's been used every day for 3 years, used, and now it's like soft and it's like it's there. Like 3 years in, it's like it's really coming to life now.
Bro, that's quite deep what you're saying, man. So we're talking about we would call it like almost like a burning in period for microphones and the actual condenser element of it.
Yeah.
Because that could also be the charging up and discharging of capacitors within the actual thing.
Yeah, 1000. It's like vintage wine, bro. It ages like wine. It's a fact. It's a fact. It ages like wine. Mine is a 3 years age now, and the difference of today and when I first took it out of the box and used it, it is like a universe, bro. It's a universe apart. It's not even the same mic.
Bruv, you are next level, man. Over here, yeah, do you know what I did? Like, I had an old SE Gemini, like I bought the version 1.
Yeah.
And what I did with it, I went to Watford Valve and basically I go, what can you boys do with this in terms of let's upgrade the valves in it to NOS, new old stock Philips, wherever they were.
Right, you'd be customizing your stuff, man.
Yeah, always. I'm soldering. I'm always soldering. I'm always customizing because Rudy Van Gelder was an old jazz engineer, and what he used to do, he literally, when it was either he customized his stuff or he'd get someone else to build it in a way with no badges, no labels on it. And should he have an interview at his studio, he'd throw a sheet over his gear so other engineers wouldn't know how he's getting the sound.
Gangster. There's some dudes like that right now that's about. I went to a studio it's a few years ago now in King's Cross, my friend's studio, and he had an Avalon that wasn't an Avalon.
Yeah.
Someone had taken all the circuitry out of the Avalon and then rehoused it in a new box and just like reincarnated Frankenstein the Avalon. And he was like, that's an Avalon, bro. Like, all the circuitry is in there. It just doesn't look like one. I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, there's a guy I know, etc., that does da-da-da. And, yeah, so, there's a lot of Frankenstein equipment. And a lot of the time, the Frankenstein equipment is better than it's better, man. It's got its own character.
Oh, bro, I sold it together, put together, like, 4 Carnhill trannies. in a tranny box, and basically we wanted to run the mixes through the trannies because of Carnhill. Because originally, I think when Neve implemented the trannies, they would have had St. Ives transformers, which had a lot more character, but Sauter have much character as well.
Right.
But I chucked in the 4 Carnhills, and the original idea was because we have an old Midas 240 console here, and the internal architecture allows for daughter boards to be fitted, but you can't, for the love of money, get hold of the daughter boards. But that would have allowed Sauter trannies on each individual channel, which would have increased the amount of electricity being consumed, hence internal heat, which isn't too good as well. So I just figured, rather than fit the trannies inside, so I contacted, I think it's Paul Sauter. I thought what I'll do, I will contact Audio Maintenance Limited, Colin, and we picked up these tranny things, and literally bought the housing, drilled it, machined it, soldering, put the thing together, tested it, had the linear power supply put together to run the mixes through. And right
You're
now,
deep, bro.
yeah. Definitely running through like proper iron. You know what I mean? It's just... So I spent like a month reading a book on Transformers. So
We need to have we're gonna have some serious chats. We need to have some off-air chats. Because people
yes,
are
bro.
probably going to be listening to us going, "Oh my god, these two techie guys!" Like, but we need to have a conference off air as well, bro. And like, we need to meet up because I feel like we can probably do some crazy stuff together somehow.
Of course, it's an honor, man. Now
there's like a double Einstein moment going on here somehow.
I think you're more clued up than me, man. But it's just
hell no. But yeah, go on, continue.
nah. But. It's just I always find, like, if you open up the stuff that you look at and look at the topology of something, look at where the chip's located, you know, like for example, I spoke to a guy who modified his Gemini, and I go, bro, what do you make of it? And he goes, it's like night and day. I go, really? He goes, I haven't been serious. So I spent 150 quid on the valves, stuck them in there, and like you could hear it straight away. I was like, what the hell? And so it's the quality. I thought when they're introducing the product, you have to look at everything's built to a price. Now, what can you upgrade within that? So I think over here, I'm going to be real with you, right? My next acquisition, right, for this little place over here, right? And because it's important to me, because of everyone's mixes being sent in for the radio show, it's going to be a set of, right, monitor speakers. And they're going to be, this is what I'm going to go with, right? Because within my budget, because I'm not as rich as I used to be. As well, Kali Audio IN8 second waves.
Wow. Okay, go on.
Yeah. They're meant to be sick within their budget, man. People are picking them up for mastering. That they are concentric, and you know there is a dip around the 8 to 10K. But if you can factor that in, or if you use Sonar Works, you can counter that wave, can't you? So regarding the mix work, how much time do you spend with headphones?
A lot these days. Actually, to be honest with you, the majority of the time now.
Wow, bro.
I don't even really... Honestly, the monitors, I've used them to make stuff. I don't even really mix the monitors anymore.
Wow. So do you use SonarWorks?
No, I don't. I just use my brain. It's ridiculous. I'm like, there is stuff I need. There's stuff I need if I'm gonna. Because the thing is, bro, here, like the mixing, I'm realistic. I can only really get it as far as I can get it. Yeah. If I need something to go out that's big, then it's gonna get mixed by an actual mix engineer somewhere, because there's little things that need to be adhered to that I could do here. I know I can do them, but for the guarantee, like, it's probably better that someone else does it. Plus, I don't like mixing my own stuff all the time anyway.
Now, is that because you've got an attachment to it?
It's because I just believe that the more ears that you can trust genuinely, that you can get working on your music, is going to be better music.
Bruv, you are too sick, man. Too sick.
I'm not like I'm a mixture. I'm a solo warrior. Like, I can do everything. I know I can do everything myself.
Oh, I know.
But there's no reason for me to do everything myself. That's basically it. You know, someone else is going to hear the same beat as me and go, the bass, bro, like, you know, it could kick more, or there's too much. And I'm just like, okay, well, you heard that. I might not even necessarily hear that. That's where like the trust comes. It has to be people that you really trust with their ears, like people that know what they're talking about. Once you got people like that around you, you can throw your mix around and go, yo, what do you reckon? And and like infinite car tests, I test them in everything. Like I test them majority now. If my mix doesn't bang out of an iPhone and my laptop, those are the main places.
Yeah.
That's the main thing now, because it's sad, but especially with rap and like the stuff I work on for me is very different to what I produce for other people.
So would you say you're more connoisseur?
Like the artists I work with are like not a lot younger than me, but they tend to be a little bit younger than me, at least a few years younger. They've come up completely differently. Their world is Instagram and Snapchat and YouTube, and they don't have studios to listen to their music out of. They've either got their iPhone or they've got their car. Or their AirPods. So realistically, if the music's not translating to their AirPods, their laptop, their phone, or their whip, there's basically no point. They don't care about the stuff that me and you just talked about. I care about that. They don't give two. You know what I'm saying? They're just like, you nerd, and I'm like, yeah, this nerd. When those drill sides bang on that beat, trust me, that was the nerd that did that, rude boy. That wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't some swaggy gangster that figured that out. Trust me, the producers are nerds like that. But we're nerds. That's what we do. I'm just half and half. Like I can go warrior rap mode, fine, and I'm comfortable. But I am a nerd. Like I am a nerd. So there's that little, there's the playoff. So, but with the young guys, you need to be tuned into that frequency of how they're listening and what they're onto, and they don't care as much as we care. Like my kicks and bass, they can be obnoxiously loud. The vocals can have too much tops, and they're just like, yeah, and I'm just like listening, going, yo, bro, this is wrong. And they're like, nah, it sounds hard, and I'm like, okay, it sounds hard. I defer to you because you're the youth. That's how I've managed to survive, to be honest with you. Yeah, I never think that I know what's going on.
Yeah. It's about the client, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like the client, but it's the youth. It's about listening to the kids with this music and going, what do you lot respond to? What do you lot like? And then that gives me an internal life in music. The second I get claustrophobic and sit on my mountain and go, well, I know all this stuff about this, that, and the third, that's the day I lose and I'm out.
Yeah. That's a lesson there for me as well, actually. But then again, I always try and listen to the actual listeners for the radio show. I'm trying to translate it to my world of the radio over here.
It's horses for courses, bro. But the main thing is that we've got to listen to your audience, the younger generation, because they are going to be in control whether we like it or not at some point.
Yes, that's right.
And you can either like, well, I'm going to work against this, which is not natural, or you can just go with it. And the main thing is, when I'm around these guys, it's like, with the young artists, it's like I'm trying to always teach them stuff, bro. And as long as this thing about young people, as long as you listen to them, they will listen to you, bro.
It's important to listen to them.
So I don't listen to this cap that people talk about. Oh, this young generation, they're worse than ever. They don't listen to anything. Yeah, bro, you didn't listen to them though, did you, bro? Tell the truth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you try to preach on them and do all this stuff that they don't care about. And remember when you were like 16 and someone tried to tell you something, you're just like, shut up. Like, I know what I'm doing. What are you talking about? You clearly have no idea what you're doing, but you've got that young man thing, where you're just like, I'm fine. But you ain't got a clue. Let's be honest. We didn't have a clue what we were doing. We were baffled. Yeah. But you ask 16, 17-year-old me about what the best rap music is. Ain't no 30, 40-year-old going to tell me. Like, you listen to me. I know what's happening. You learn from me. You know what I'm saying? So it's a funny one, man. It's a funny one. But yeah.
I love the way you raised that point and put it across. It's very valid. It's reminded me of a few things as well. It's true. It's important to listen to our listenership.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We do get a lot of feedback as well on
dope.
the radio. Oh yeah.
Look, engagement is everything these days, bro. Engagement is everything. So
I'm still small fry, man.
Listen, bro, we're small. Listen, the small fries turn into big chips, man. You don't know, man.
Yeah, it's true. But do you know what it is? There's an old saying, man. The further you climb up the tree, the more everyone sees your ass.
Man, I know we've seen a lot. We've seen a lot of Drake and Kanye asses this week for
Yeah,
sure. So
yeah.
I know what you're saying is true. That's
Yeah.
all we've seen. Rap Titanic rap pettiness at its peak.
Oi, you right? You ended the product of my environment thing about they tried to ban the burqa, right?
Yeah.
And then they wanted to wear the mask. I thought, sick.
Yeah, ironic, huh? So funny how that works, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
firstly, yeah, bro. I don't know. I don't ever feel like I should have to say it, but I'm for the people. I'm sick, yeah, till my death, bro. Like, till my shit runs out, bro. There's no what, like, that's it. 1,000,000%, yeah,
100.
to the soil, yeah. But, bro, I mess with everyone, and I love people that believe in God, bro. I don't care what God you believe in, bro. I don't care. Like,
Thank you.
it makes zero difference to man, fam. Whatever, like, that makes no difference. We're all on a. You see how I see it? We're on a mountain together. We're all going to the same peak. But you could be on the other side of the mountain, G. I will never see you.
It's true.
I will never see you. And then we might see each other at the peak. That's how you see like the Dalai Lama chill with some like mad, powerful Hindu guys and some mad powerful. But they all got to the top of the mountain.
Bruv. That is true. And actually, whilst we're talking about that, right? The phone number I have, right? It's got 3 6s in the phone number, right? Now
Bro, you had an anatomical breakdown for that. Trust me.
Trust me. 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons equals carbon 12, melanin, the transducer, what they've been trying to demonize from day one. And it's all about.
I didn't even know that, bro.
Crazy, innit? Crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Bro, please, when we're done with this, like, we definitely need to link up and like be talking on some other different levels, man. Because that's like,
most definitely, my brother, man, most definitely. So let's come across to how did the whole product of my environment freestyle come across, man? Because that was just sick.
All right, this is okay. So this is the dopest story, like the dopest kind of story. So this is because it's because of lockdown.
Yeah.
Right. So when lockdown started, we were all on Instagram and a lot of people were doing Instagram lives.
Yeah.
Right. So originally, when I lived in Kenya, I was back and forth from Kenya when I was a kid because my grandma still lived there. I went to school there before I went to school here, basically. So I went to school in Nairobi first, and then I came here, so we're just watching we're watching Instagram lives, and I start looking at Brighton Instagram lives, yeah. And that's where I moved. So I'm from Brighton. I moved from Kenya to Brighton, and then I moved to London. Then I moved to America. Then I moved back to London. So this is what kind of like I've lived all over the shop. So basically, I'm starting to look at these lives, and I come across this page, and it's called the Brighton Cipher. Sick. And when I was growing up in Brighton, I was the only person that rapped in the entire city. Nobody else rapped there. Like, and I'll barefaced say this on YouTube for everybody to see. Nobody can argue with me. There is no argument. There cannot be any argument. There were people doing garage, there were people doing drum and bass, there were MCs. I'm not saying there weren't no MCs, but I am the first rapper that's ever come out of that place. There's nobody can claim that. That's my city, that's my thing. Yeah. Sick. So that's my thing. So I like now years later when I was there, I had to leave and go to London because there was no scene. I used to tell people in Brighton I rapped, and they would just look at me like I'm a psychopath. Like, what do you mean you rap? That's hilarious. You're an Indian boy and you're from Brighton and you're like mad little and skinny. Like, what do you mean you're a rapper? Like, that makes no sense. So I followed my dream. I went to London and whatever. So anyway, I got signed to EMI. I went to America and then I came back. Like, I've like worked with everybody. Like, anyway, I've got a long CV anyway. So basically what happens, lockdown starts. I start looking at the Brighton site. I start looking at these Brighton Cypher lives, and then these rappers, there's a guy on there and it's like split screen and he's just getting rappers on to spit 16s, and then they're just commenting on the comments. So I start looking like, oh my God, Brighton's got like an actual rap page. Like, this is mind blowing to me, yeah. So I'm watching and I'm like, I went on there basically. Like, I went on there and I rapped. I don't even think I rapped. I think I played the song, and I got talking to the guy that runs the page. He's a guy called OJ.
Hanji.
And OJ, me and him just hit it off, man. And he was just like, we got to know each other over lockdown. I got to know a lot, like predominantly 2 of the artists that he was working with. One you'll know now, he's called RD. He's like massive.
Yeah.
and another one called Dread.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so the RD's in my video. Like, I did a video of them. He's like, before he blew up, like he's in our video, like pretending to be the engineer in this shot and shit. So like, so I've come across them just on that kind of little where RD's starting. So just before RD starts to take off, kind of thing.
Oh
So
man.
so we kind of just we've just all hit it off together, bro. To be honest with you, and you know, like I love RD, I love OJ, and there's another artist called Dread, and it's kind of just been us lot like moving Brighton forward, like bit by bit. I'm like satellite in London, working with all the London rappers.
Yeah,
RD
yeah,
obviously
yeah,
is
yeah,
take
yeah.
RD's basically taken over the world. Now Dread's gonna be the next one, so that's who we're gonna push next. Dread's gonna be the next guy. That's who's staying with me right now. We're finishing his mixtape. So anyway, so long story short, OJ's like, listen, I'm gonna start a freestyle series. Do you want to produce some of the beats for
Yeah.
the freestyle series? And I was like, yeah, obviously, I'll try and do all of them. I never got to do all of them. There was 5 altogether, and I produced 3. So there's my one and Dread's one, and then there's the Secret Weapon one, obviously with the big boy. Um, so we're just waiting for that. We're waiting for that to drop basically at some point. Hopefully it's still coming out and it was gonna go well, but we've got that coming. So that's how the freestyle series started, and mine was just the first one to get dropped.
Hanji, Hanji, Hanji. Okay, so but it's just so sick.
I appreciate you, man. I
Oh
went off,
man.
bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I tell you the truth. Afterwards, I kind of regret it because I went off for like 5 minutes. I don't know how to stop. Like once I'm going off, it's like very hard to stop me rapping. Like you've got to like kind of like grab my throat and like finish it off. Like I can't. I'm not gonna stop. So I just carried on, and then everyone was doing 3 minute freestyles. I was like, I kind of probably went overkill, but
Nah, bro. You are you murked it, man. You absolutely murked it.
I respect, man.
Nah. So you, am I correct that you produced? Did you produce with for Bovan?
Yeah, Stasis.
That's right, Stasis. That's right. Yes.
Yeah, Stasis.
So
Yeah,
how
yeah.
was that for you?
That was brilliant, man. He's like my hero, bro. I'll tell you the truth.
Yeah, he's
He's like my hero. Like I tell him this all the time, and he's so humble. Yeah, he winds me up how humble he is. Yeah, but I'll tell you the truth. Yeah, that guy is my hero because when I was young, coming up like in England, there we didn't have UK rap. That's just new. That's new. That's like the last 10 years. We
yeah,
had
yeah.
UK hip hop. Yeah, and Foreign Beggars was such a big deal in UK hip hop. Like it's one of the biggest deals that we've ever had in this country. Like for
It
UK hip
is.
hop. Like
It is.
they're phenomenal. And years later, like I get to work with this guy. He comes to my yard. I make a beat. We've got a collab coming as well, where I'm like, we've got a ton of music coming. Me and Pav,
Yeah,
we've got a
yeah.
collab. We've already done a collab, like a verse each, and then we're about to dump a whole bunch more music now. Like in the next 3 months, we're about to make a whole bunch more. But yeah, Pav is like my hero. To me, he's the blueprint of what an Indian rapper is in the world. He's a pioneer. He's not afraid to be himself. Look what he's doing now, bro. He paints himself blue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Like, and
yeah.
he does like the Hindu Vedic yogic rap shit. Like, bro, the guy is a phenomenon and he's a treasure. And we need to protect that guy. And he needs to like be the biggest guy in the world as far as I'm concerned. And the love he shows, yeah. Bro, since I met that guy, he's been like, yo, Truth, you need to meet this guy. Truth, you need to meet this guy. Truth, you need to meet this guy. P, meet this guy. P, meet this guy. Like the love he shows, like I'm down for that guy. If he asks me to do something, I'll do it. Like he's just my guy. He's just my guy.
Bro. I remember the first time like I watched Stasis, and
Yeah.
like, even the videography on the thing, man.
It's incredible, bro. And he surprised me, you know. I didn't even know he did a video. So imagine this, bro. I'm at my brother's wedding. My little brother gets married, and I go and he gets married in Brighton. So I'm staying in a hotel there for the week, right? We
Yeah.
came back from like one of the we were helping set up one of the venues, and we came back one night, and he's just messaged me, and he's like, "Bro, I didn't tell you. I've done a song to your beat," and I was like, bucket list. I got him on a beat, yeah. And in my head, I'm like, he's gonna send it to me. It's gonna be like all rough and everything. And he's like, oh yeah. And I shot a little video as well. And I'm like, what? Shot a video? He's like, yeah, I'm gonna send you the video like on WeTransfer. Like download it and watch it. So I downloaded it like 3-4 months before it came out. I watched it and I was just like, oh my god, what is this guy doing? Like, this is incredible. So yeah, he gassed me, bro. But we've got some crazy music coming as well.
Yo, I'm looking forward to it, man. Like, cause So how did you get in touch with, and how do you know SilverFinger Singh, man?
It just from Instagram, man.
Yeah, he's a cool guy, bruv. He's a cool guy.
He's another guy that is my guy. I just don't, with Silver, he's Pargy. I know him. I've had the one interview with him online, and I've felt the love, bro.
Yeah, he's a proper geezer, man.
That's what I know about Silver. Like I felt the love in it, and I've tried to make him feel the love back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he's like he's heart first. I know him. I can tell. I can see his spirit. So I try and just love him as much as he loves me. And that's hard. That's hard to do. That's hard to do, but I'm trying.
Yo, do you know? Check this, bro. Because what it is, salute SilverFinger Singh, man. I know you're going to be checking out his interview in a bit, bruv. Salute, because he's performing live today, man. It's true.
Is he?
Yeah, I think he is. He's with Aziz on the guitars. He's out performing.
Respect. Smash that down, brother.
Yeah, most definitely. Because I think it's because of him. I got to hear in February Satin.
The troublemaker joint. Yeah.
Man, talk to me about that, bruv. Talk to me about it.
That one was brilliant because see Bobby Friction, yeah.
Yeah. I like Bobby.
He gave that all. He's the one that he gave that all its life. He gave it all its life. Like he took that joint and he played it every day for about 6 weeks, non-stop, every day. There was not a day I didn't get a notification that he's played it on the radio every day, like every day, bro. Like, and he's really Bobby's the one for the responsible for the light. But yeah, bro, that was a freestyle, and it was during the Kisan and everything, innit, which is probably still going on now. This is kind of crazy and twisted, but and I felt something, and I don't know. I don't think I even deliberately was. It's not like I made the freestyle to talk about that. It wasn't the case. I just did the freestyle to rap, and it got halfway through, and it was just in me because I don't write my bars.
You don't write your bars?
Nah, I freestyle everything. Yeah, freestyle everything,
bruv.
So halfway through, it's just in my head. Like, okay, now you got to say some shit about this, and that was it. That's what came out. Like, that was it. But yeah, I don't write. I stopped writing a long time ago, man. I haven't written for years.
Wow. So you got this like mad memory of the way your brain works. Is nuts.
I can do both ways. So I could sit here, like you could give me a beat and I can work out the whole song in my head. It'd take me a while, but I can work out the whole song in my head and then I can lick the song off without pen and paper. Or what I actually enjoy doing the most is I record as it comes to me. So I don't memorize anything. I will literally just record as it comes to me and I'll just cut in. Like sometimes if you see my pages, there's parts where I've said 2 words.
Yeah.
And then there's parts where I've said 12 bars. So it's just a complete mishmash of like, however it comes to me. Sometimes a bar will land in my head. Sometimes 80 bars will land in my head. And that's what's going to come. That's basically what's going to happen. So that's always been my process. Like I've got a name for it. I call it loitering. I basically loiter around the mic.
I love it.
I hang around the mic, and then as stuff comes, I input it, and that's it.
Bruv, you are absolutely flipping next level, man. You know, I can't believe it. I was thinking, if that's coming to the top of your head and it's going directly from, well, actually no,
like
it's at
that
the
whole
heart.
bro. Like I heard I made the Satin beat, and in my head, like I played it, and I was like, ain't no cap when I feel like rapping. I was like, that's it. There's the first line, and then from there, I'm just going like. And it's just a process. It's like starting a car. Like if I can start the car in the winter and the engine comes on, then we're good. I can do this for minutes. And sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes I sit in the car, I turn the engine and it's like, and I'm like, okay, not today. It's not gonna happen. Jump out, and that's me.
Yo, bruv, I can't even afford to rent a car anymore, man. I got rid of my old, M5's gone. All my S7 series are gone. I'm in London.
Listen, it's lockdown. You don't need it. You're good.
Yeah, don't need it, man.
We need recording equipment. That's all we need.
Yeah. It was literally between an analog synthesizer and a car, man.
You made the right decision, brother.
Yeah. Yo, bruv, that is next level. So, what challenges would you say that you have encountered in your career, and how did you overcome them?
Okay, I haven't overcome them, and the main challenge is being Asian.
For real?
Yeah, that's it. See, it's really easy. That's the easiest question in the world, and it's the shortest answer.
Bruh.
Yeah, and I don't know how I'll overcome what I am, because it's basically impossible. Like with being an Asian rapper is like it's just the most. It's it's a head f.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. Like being an Asian rapper is crazy because no one like Asians damn near don't take Asian rappers seriously. How is like how
Yeah.
if if our own people don't take it seriously, then no one else will take it seriously. I remember years ago in America, no one took Latino rappers seriously, and then this guy called Big Pun came along, and Punisher came along with that real lyrics, and everybody, it took a guy to come and change it. But we don't have at the moment. We've got the guys in England. We've got the firepower, as in the talent. We don't have the system behind the talent to push it.
Bruv, that's deep.
Bro, like and like, some of us like, Pav is a legend. He's a legend, bro. He's in Foreign Beggars. He's legendary, bro. I've been signed to EMI. I ghost wrote for P. Diddy, bro. I was signed to Rodney Jerkins. I've done like I'm not even blowing my horn because it's a fact. I've done legendary shit, bro. Nobody cares. No one cares. Nobody cares.
I care.
No respect. And this is what I'm trying to say. These are the how I feel like we're in that, like, we're like splinter cells. Like there's guys that get it, but there's so few of us. That's why when you were like, bro, let's talk, I felt your energy and I was like, yeah, let's talk. Because the thing is, the ones that are like, bro, I mess with your stuff, like I support you, you've got to hold them guys so close and tight being who we are.
Trust me.
It's like splinter cells, but let me tell you something, bro. Like, it's a terrible example, but the Taliban kicked these guys out of Afghanistan, bro, and they did it with like horses and shit. And I do not support these guys, but I'm telling you, bro, forget the Taliban. Star Wars, a small one-man fighter, bro. Yeah, it is possible. Luke Skywalker took out the Death Star. It can be done, but it needs to be like the right moment, the right guy. The stars have got to line up, and we just haven't had that moment yet as Asian rappers.
Bruv. That is. Oi, I've got. Let me hit you with something. Right, you ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay. Check this out. Are you sure you're ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm scared now.
Now don't be scared, man. We are faced with another amazing irony. When we consider EMI Thorn, the electronics and music conglomerate, which figures so enigmatically in the Montauk Project book series, the initials EMI stand for Electronic Musical Industries. At least this is what the company's name is, but in the field of electronics, EMI stands for electromagnetic interference, and it's a common English dictionary in the common English dictionary as well. Sorry I've hit you with a random one, right? As if this company is somehow directly responsible for the electromagnetic interference which has taken us away from the lost chord and attaches us to this reality. And but basically
that's who I was signed to.
Exactly, EMI Thorn. But basically they had a major part to play in terms of MK Ultra and mind control.
Oh my god, I'm done. I'm coming to your house, man. I'm done with this. You're gonna tell me something that is wild.
Trust me, it's wild.
That's wild, bro. Drop me out.
I just think I got more time on my hands than I don't know.
Dude,
man.
They want to get you because I might bring my contract to show you. It fits in a carrier bag.
What?
Stacked. It's like this big.
Really?
Yeah. And to this day, like, I'm not signed to them anymore. Yeah. On PRS, and I probably shouldn't be saying this, bro. Like, there's still tentacles. Like, they still try and claim my shit, and they have no right to it.
Bruv, you don't mess the monsters, man.
I should have said that, but yeah, I still see weird, strange things pop up where I'm just like, whoa, like, this is new music. Like, I'm out of my deal. Like, this should not be happening. But there's tentacles, and it's algorithmic, and it's internet based, and it's a machine. And I'm not saying they're doing it to me in any personal fashion. Obviously not. Yeah. But
it's the way
the machine is so powerful that it's like, all the tentacles are just there. Like, like, you can put music out, you could have been signed to them, and somehow some kind of publisher name gets assigned to your work, and you're like, yo, dude, I'm not published. How is this published by this person or that? Or like, how is that possible?
Exactly.
They're powerful corporations, man.
Very, 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 very powerful.
But it is the music industry, it's the music business, and we do business. So, fortunately or unfortunately, you got to deal with them, innit?
Were you intimidated though by dealing with monsters like that?
At the time, yeah.
How did you handle it? Did you have a music industry lawyer from the MU or?
Yeah, we like, bro, that's a whole different story. Like, this could take up 4 hours. We did. Yeah, you know what? I'm not even really gonna, because
It's all right.
there's like some personal stuff.
Yeah, don't worry, don't
with
worry, don't
some,
worry.
yeah, and I'd just
It's all right. It's all
rather,
right.
yeah, it's better I don't say anything. But
Nah,
yeah, either way, the music industry at that, like what I experienced, I was in LA. I was around the biggest people in the world for hip hop and rap, um, and it is Titanic levels of everything. It's everything. It's everything that you can think and more. And there's a lot of positive, a lot of incredible things. And I'd love to, like, I'm going back, bro. I know I'm going back. Like, I've been to like some place, some level, and I know in my heart, I know I'm going back there again. But this time I'm going back as like, I know stuff that I didn't know before.
Yeah.
You
You're
know?
going armed with information, man. That's what it
Yeah,
is,
I'm
man.
armed with
Experience.
information, and there's a lot of limits that I can set that I couldn't set before. That there's a lot of limits I can set and enforce that I couldn't do that the first time. So yeah, man.
Boy. Would you say? Would you say? Is there? I know that this interview, like, you're probably thinking it's a bit random and the way things have gone, and you must be thinking, I've never had an interview like this before. Because the
No,
guy's asking.
I'm loving it, bro. This is great. I love it. We talked about Star Wars, engineering, electronics, spirituality, bro. This is the best interview. What are you talking about? This is what we
Salute.
needed. I needed this.
Exactly, man. I need it too. It's just the honor, man. Would it be possible? Is there anything we haven't asked you?
Yeah, all right. Look. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what we haven't talked about is the music that's gonna come out.
I need to retire, man. That is it.
You don't. You don't. You know what? We both got caught up in what was important to us, and
Yeah.
and Star Wars and electronics, they just reign supreme, bro. And magical frequencies and MK Ultra, Stranger Things, it all works for us, bro. It's all for us. So I was with you in the car driving to wherever you was going, bro. I was not trying to get out. Don't worry, man. Don't worry. I'm still shotgun, bro. Don't worry about it. We're good. You might have just took a couple turns.
You crazy terms, man. We went to some ritual.
Right. So I'm working with a kid called Dread at the moment. A guy I was telling you about from Brighton. For anyone that's listening, he's Dread_1 on Instagram.
Okay.
He is the future of our city, of our beautiful Brighton city. Now that we have our young general RD in position, he's the top of the tree now. It's time for the next one, and the next one is Dread. RD's been pushing him in all the interviews that he's been doing. He's been telling everybody Dread's next, and we're making some incredible music. I think we've done about 13 songs in 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah. So we got stuff coming with Dread, which is going to be great, and it is great because we're recording it already. It's a new sound as well. I'm not going to say too much what the sound is, but it's a new sound. He's young and he's going to take over the game. Dread is musical royalty as well, but I'm going to let you I'll let everyone else find out who he is, because he's a someone and no one knows yet. He's got musical blood. Let's just put it like that.
Boy.
Yeah, he's got musical blood, and from a very foundational black music UK historical standpoint. Like, he is the child of a very important history kind of thing.
Bruv, what's his Insta handle again?
Dread_. I think it's Dread_1.
Is it like literally DRED?
DRED, yeah.
Okay. I'm on it now, man. I don't mess about, man. I got him.
And you know what? He's very talented. He's a beautiful soul. Like, he's got for me, he's the future of like everything out here, man. I'm like, I've worked with a lot of artists, bro. That's something we didn't cover, but like, I've worked with a lot of artists, and especially
let's cover it. I want to know who you worked with.
Like, UK rap wise, Jar Jar, Sose, PDC, Pac-Man, Joe Black. I don't know, now RD, Dread, Snap Capone, Corleone, like, there's more than I can actually even. Joe Grind, Pavan, just like literally everyone. Like I've got a pretty good street tune that came out I think last year. Snap Capone is called Unsolved Murder. It's nearly on 3 million views now. That's done pretty well, like a street rap thing. So I produced that. Yeah, just like loads of bits. But out of like, I've got experience with all these artists, like a lot of experience of all these artists, and yeah, for Dread's the real deal, man. He's the real deal for sure.
Salute to you, man. I'm surprised you haven't worked. You haven't worked with Nutty P yet, man.
No, me and Nutty P have known of each other for years, bro. Like, but me and Nutty P always end up producing on the same projects, kind of thing.
Ah, cool.
Like, it's that kind of thing. It's more like, okay, so that's the rap side, but the production side, like, because I've been doing it for a while, like I've never met Nutty, but like I've like Dexplicit that made Pow, like Lethal B, he's like one of my best friends in production. Like they're like, I've got my own little network of producers that are like friends and family and stuff. It's actually Dexplicit that got me onto FL.
Oh, respect, man. Because what it is, because I used to work on the film set. Was working on Morbius, I think, which is coming out next year. And I used to work with Calvin, which is Nutty's cousin.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how.
Nutty's so talented, man.
Yeah, he's sick. He's sick. So I'm just thinking because you're all part of the same camp, really. But like.
Yeah. Okay, so when I was coming up, it was like Harmony Samuels. That was like my production partner, basically. We basically made all our bones together. He's gone on to do like Ariana Grande, and like he's like absolutely massive, like Grammy nominated. He's worked with Beyonce, all these people. Like he's massive. So that was like my production partner, and level for level, that's my level kind of thing. You know, that's what I kind of look at as the level. Dreddy, who did Lisa Mafia and all the old So Solid stuff. That's like my. Like a peer of mine. Dexplicit is a peer. Nutty P is a peer, but I've never met him. But he's definitely a peer because he's from that cloth. Da Vinci, these kind of guys. That's who I came up like in the same. That's who I'm in the class of. That's the class of whatever year. So yeah. But you know, moving on from that, I've worked with a lot of other people as well. But yeah, Dread's come in, and then I think, bro, I'm thinking of doing a mixtape myself when I'm done with this, but. I think I'm going to say this, but I'm probably going to force myself to do it now. I'm going to make myself say it. I think it's going to be a real hip hop mixtape, like hip hop. Like I want to slaughter some 90s and early 2000s instrumentals and just do a whole tape and just slaughter the old beats.
Boy. Are you a fan of Big L?
Massive.
Yeah, of course.
Bro, like Big L and Jay-Z back-to-back radio freestyle is like the Bible for me, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's the and his whole like Big L's album, he was taken too early, but like, hey, you remember Ebonics, yeah?
Yes, of course, yeah.
Bro, I wrote a UK version.
Sick.
I wrote a UK version of Ebonics, like literally like 10 years ago when I was still writing bars. I wrote Ebonics, a UK version. I never recorded it, and I might just do it again. I might rewrite Ebonics.
Bro, you, my brother, are absolutely next level, man. Absolutely next level. Could you please? I need you to do two things for me. Yeah. If it's okay, my dear bro. Would it be possible for you to say, "Hey, this is Param," or I've said it in the proper Parama. Yeah.
You said it in the Mamaji accent, bro.
Yeah, Uncle status.
Every time you say my name, I'm about to go get you a glass of water. Okay, I'm sorry. Where's the water?
I'm so sorry. Like, okay, but if you can say that, and then you're listening to RadiAsian, the #1 station for the Asian invasion. Like, I've sent it to you as a message actually on the screen.
This is Param, and you're listening to RadiAsian, the #1 station for the Asian invasion.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, right. I've sent it as a message as well, so you should be able to see it on the screen.
All right, let me just see.
I've missed out a few words though because I was trying to type as you were talking.
Can you still see me when this is?
Yeah.
Oh, got you, okay. Man. You want me to do it now?
I've missed out. I've missed out, and you're listening to. So what I'll do, I'll put in. Here we go.
And you're listening to the #1 station, yeah?
Yeah. Here we go. There you go. Have you got that one now?
Not quite.
Oh no, it's all right. What I'll do, I'll send
It's
it.
all right. I can say it's cool. And you're listening to the #1 station for the Asian invasion. It's cool. I got it. Don't worry.
Nah, but I'll send it again just to be safe. There you
All right.
go. There you go.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, I understand. All right, cool. You want me to do it now?
Please, my dear brother.
All right, cool. Yo, hey, this is Param, aka P, aka I Am Still Truth, and you're listening to RadiAsian, the #1 station for the Asian invasion. Blow.
Oh, Chakade Fate. Chardi Kalasing. Yes, man. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Salute. And could I please ask you another thing as well?
Yes, sir.
Your socials for everyone.
My socials is I Am Still Truth everywhere. It's easy.
Beautiful.
Twitter, I Am Still Truth. Instagram, I Am Still Truth. That's it. I'm a TikTok, I Am Still Truth. I Am Still Truth everywhere.
Thank you, bro. And one more
Thank
thing.
you, bro.
Nah. And could you also introduce, right, the POME freestyle?
My pleasure. Yeah. Hey, yo. This is P, aka Param. You're listening to RadiAsian, and this is my freestyle, product of my environment, aka POME. Bang that, rude boy.
God bless you, my dear bro, man. And we're going to meet up on a personal.
Yes, please.
Of course, man. You know that. Melanin Power, man. EPSSB, efficiently processing sunlight since birth. Salute to you, bro.
Sasrikal Paji.
Chardi Kala.
We're going to talk.
You damn right we're going to talk.
Thank you for having me, brother.
Saag paneer, bro. Respect,
yeah,
man.
Come on. Saag paneer and masala cha.
Yeah.
All right, cool, Paji.
Bye, man.
Say no more. Respect.
Cool.